ring!
Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction right here on Dedicated to Art to the Schmoedown between, two guys that we have actually met, at least on Skype. I think all of us have, because, it's Paul Oyama and Chance Ellison. The two, how do you say this? The two guys that really grew, the superstars of the fan leagues. That really shined in a lot of the fan leagues, several leagues, not just one, showed that they really knew their trivia and got to the Schmoedown. They've had a couple of matches and now they're facing each other because, funnily enough, that hasn't happened in the fan leagues. So, Nico, you've met these guys, I believe. What do you think about this match today?
I've met Chance in person, met Paul on cameras. Yes, and if you'll recall, at the Schmoedown New York show this past January, there was the infamous moment of Chance Ellison flipping me off as he walked to the stage. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But in terms of the stats, I have all the stats written down right here in terms of notable accomplishments, and there are a lot to go through. Chance Ellison, he once held 3 fan league titles at the same time: the Jote Inner Geekdom title, the inaugural TV Throwdown title, and the inaugural Full Metal Trivia Singles title. He also contested for the Jukebox Trivia title, and he was in the finals of the Fandom Fight Singles title tournament. The only reason he didn't get to compete in the final match was because Mike Kalinowski picked him up, and they made it to the semifinals of the Anarchy Ultimate Schmoedown tournament last year. Paul Oyama, on the other hand, he held 5 fan league titles. He and Michael Campbell held the Full Metal Trivia Teams title. He was the first movie Warzone champion. He was one half of the first Fandom Fight Teams champions with Lucas Chilbach.
I'm not
trying to. I'm just giving people the context. Season 2 of Full Metal Classic, he won that as well. And he beat Jeremy Adams for the Full Metal Trivia Singles title as well. Also, he was part of the winning faction and won the movie trivia leg of the first Game of Factions match. And he's notably undefeated in general movie trivia competition, both in the fan leagues and in the Schmoedown, unless you count the free-for-all. So these guys have a lot of accomplishments. They've paved the way for guys like us to at least dream and hopefully get there one day. Paul Oyama, he is part of the Dungeon. We are all big Kevin Smets fans. We are all part of the Dungeon fan base as well. Having said that,
I'm part of a lot of fan bases, to be fair.
Same. Having said that, there was an interesting thing pointed out on a recent episode of Collider Live, and that was that if Chance Ellison wins this match and then beats either JTE or Liz Shannon Miller, and then gets to play Dan Merle for the title, if he wins the title, then he will be defending that title possibly in Arizona in September. And there's a possibility I might be able to go to the Arizona show in September as well as the New York show in August. So I would like to see a title defended there if I'm able to go to that show. So I'm kind of torn here, but nevertheless, this is a big moment for guys like us.
You don't have any one of these two winning it?
I don't want to pick anyone because, whoever... basically, Paul Oyama, he is a master of movies. Chance Ellison is a master of all media. And it's just a matter of, which one is going to win out.
Fair enough. Chris? Yeah.
Because you know that when these two are going to be playing, both will be wearing shades, so it's only appropriate that, if I'm not mistaken, the only one of the 3 of us who has actually played both competitors in the fan leagues.
That's you.
Yeah.
I haven't faced Chance.
And I've beaten Chance across a couple different divisions, because I beat him in regular movies, although unfortunately that file no longer exists. God damn it! And I've beaten him in a Star Wars debate match. Because when it comes to debate,
okay, that's debate. That's
I know.
That's
but still. And plus, he's calling my ass out for a rematch this December. And you know what, Chance, Booby, it's on. Because I don't owe you shit. But if you want to test yourself against me one more time, I will gladly take that challenge because I've beaten you once, I can beat you again. And Paul, I've come this close to beating him twice. Motherfucker. So, oddly enough, the person I'm going to pick to win, big shock, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Chance! Don't let me down.
Yeah.
And the reason why, one simple thing. As Nico mentioned, Paul has never lost in general movie trivia. That ends today.
Yeah. I remember the first time that he had a loss in any type of movie trivia.
Here we go.
That was against me. Yeah, hey, I can still brag about this because in these videos they keep claiming that he's never lost a single match. You have. Twice. Not only did I give you your first loss, I also give you your first loss by TKO. So, Paul, I mean, you're good in general movie trivia, but maybe not in fandom. But today it's about movie trivia, general movie trivia. And that, yeah, Paul is really fucking good. Chance is also pretty fucking good. I just don't know at this point who would be better between the two. And that's why I don't really know between these two who I should pick. I'm just happy to see these guys compete. Having seen them compete firsthand, I mean, I haven't played Chance in a match, but I've hosted matches with him, and I've hosted also matches with Paul. And I just know these guys are juggernauts in terms of movie trivia. I know that they know their stuff. So I just can't wait to see how these guys go against each other. And we now know that the winner of this, they'll play at Collision for a number one contender match. That's exciting. And I really, I'm really looking forward to that because whoever they'll face at Collision, they'll have a pretty, either of the winners today will have a pretty good shot at actually winning that one. So that's exciting stuff for the future. But I think we should just go into this match right now. So guys, we'll press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Zipper.
Zippity doo dah.
He's mad he lost.
Yeah. Oh, I do love that shirt though.
I don't know,
Sitting
man.
around kicking trash cans, wallowing in your own self-pity. What's wrong with you?
I lost.
Kaiser, the fridge needs restocked at the dungeon again.
Didn't I tell you not to take the match, not to sign the dotted line unless you knew I was going to be there? I told you I was going to be in Bora Bora working land deals. You know I'm always hustling.
You're not
my manager yet, just trying it out, hip pocketing us.
Trying you out. This is not going to go against my record. I wasn't there. Just know that. The whole key to a tryout is letting me mentor you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is,
No, he's right.
You know what? Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I'm always right. The sooner you learn that, the sooner you're going to realize you and Oyama are talented.
Yeah.
Prime time, he's a good player. You got a lot going on up here. Sometimes too much, okay? Maybe take a little vitamin C next time before you come to the Schmoedown and start kicking things around. Get your head straight.
Okay.
You just need to believe.
Wouldn't you call yourself Vitamin K for Kaiser?
What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to do it. Just take it easy. All right? Let's go get a sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich, that's a good idea.
I like Kaiser's approach. He's talking about positive reinforcement. Believe in yourself. Get your head on straight.
Get your head in the game.
Oh, brother.
There we have him. By the way,
Do they ever change clothes? Do they ever change clothes?
No.
Welcome back to
Oh!
Movie Trivia
This is a
Schmoedown.
first.
I am Emma Fife, and joining me on the desk today
No,
is
I
one
just
Roxy
realized that
Strider.
both the
Roxy,
competitors
what is
today
the
are
name
younger
of
than
the
us.
faction that
That's
you're
pretty
managing?
crazy.
I mean, you've got
Yeah.
two team guys.
We're just odd.
I mean, I know I'm a
Just
fossil,
odd.
but come on.
The odd couple, just odd.
You're just the odd.
You're the
mix.
oldest.
Odd faction, baby.
The odd faction. There's an odd number of you, one manager and
By
two
1 month,
competitors,
it
which
makes you forget
is
it.
That's true.
disqualifying
That's
you
true.
from competing in the upcoming Manager Bowl, which we will be seeing as part of the Collision, which is airing live on June 22nd. So be sure to head over to theschmoedownlive.com to get your tickets for that live stream. How do you feel about that, Roxy?
You know, I think everybody knows that I would just wipe the floor with them.
Oh.
So
Well,
gotta make all
yeah.
these rules
Well,
and stuff.
or a Jeff Snyder or a Mark Andreyko, because
That's me.
That's
by extension.
An extension of you. Okay, cool. Yeah, totally. That definitely checks out. But today we are here for what is really, frankly, a grudge match, Roxy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to get down and dirty.
Could you say that, though?
Let's see. Who do we have competing here today? It is Paul Oyama and Chance Ellison, both of whom were absolute sensations in the fan leagues. I mean, they're kind of the...
I just listed all the stats a few moments ago.
And then you have Chance Ellison making the transition over into the
Did
big
you?
leagues
I missed
here
it.
on the actual Schmoedown desk.
I mean, you could certainly pop it up again. It
Experiment.
wouldn't hurt
He
you.
came in and he really
I
started to
erased
make
the
a name
board.
for himself, and I think that there's a little bit of animosity where Paul is concerned that Chance was chosen and not him.
Yeah, I definitely see that, and I also think that there's animosity right back the other way because Chance thought that he was coming in, he's the shining star, he's the only one, and then it hits him. Guess what? There might be somebody bigger and better than you. We'll see.
Very true. Well, you and I certainly have a lot to say about both of these competitors, but I'm sure that they had a thing or two to say about each other.
Oh, these.
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Oh, wow. Luca's old partner. What's his name? I can't... Yes. It's been a long time since I've seen that guy's face.
Ah, it's nice to hear my own voice.
That is correct. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. It's movie 43. For 9 points.
Tequila is my lady. Cabin on the Woods.
Fellowship of the Ring.
By the way, that's against me when he lost.
Huh?
Representing the families. Prime time, Paul Oyama.
Okay, seriously, Nerd Chronic, you are fucking just killing it in this promo.
Prime time, Paul Oyama.
Yes.
He thinks that he's even better than Chance Ellison.
The only reason that he left is because he was scared we were about to play our first match against each other one-on-one.
Is that right? He does have a track record.
Oh, kiss my ass. The only reason you're in the Schmoedown is because of me, so you're welcome, kid.
It's going to be an interesting match if I ever get to face off against Paul in the ring.
Yep. We're here today with a lot on the line. Our kid, Chance Ellison, claiming his destiny. All he has to do is beat Paul Oyama, and the winner moves on to the collision. Say it with me, kids. Prime time.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
Let's see if Kaiser is walking him out.
It ain't his trivia knowledge so much, it's his disdain for corruption. From the moment I first interviewed you, I knew one thing: I do not like you.
I know I'll win this match. I don't have to worry about what I think and what I want. It's just about what's going to happen.
Everything you are in this league is because of me. I made you. I can break you just as easily.
Does he think that we haven't been...
Bitch, please. I can say that about both of you.
Does he think that we're not able to find and pick the best talent in these leagues? And who did Mike choose? This guy. That's gotta hurt.
This guy.
Yeah, speaking of that moment when Mike pulled your name out
Yeah,
of the
but
hat,
both of them made
he asked
promos.
if it was erroneous. And June 14th, I'm going to prove that he was right.
This brother's been calling me out since day one since he stepped in the ring. And now he's going to get what he's been asking for.
You already ran for me once.
Remember when these two were supposed to be a tag team in Phantom Fight?
Then and I can beat you here too.
That's a blatant lie.
Are you a liar?
I am not.
Like,
I'm going to stop him because
it was supposed to be Paul and Chance. Then Chance gets the call up and Lucas fills in.
And then I saw this guy. We sat down outside of it. We broke bread.
Yeah.
Initially, it was going to be Michael and Lucas. Oh yeah, Michael and Lucas and Paul and Chance.
During the free for all. You say something during the free for all. You're a trash mouth.
God damn it, Chance! You are the reason that we lost that goddamn
You
final.
ever watch a corruption promo?
Yes!
Kind of like watching a bunch of people standing around a Wicca convention in Piedmont, Arizona. Kaiser, what a great moment for you. You haven't lost yet as a manager. That's great. After today, you'll be back at your day job, hawking used cars, hoping to put me in a Hyundai. I came in here for one reason.
The
to
fuck
win a
kind of
belt.
pronunciation is
Now,
that, Ken?
I got two reasons: to dismantle corruption. Paul, I want you to go out there and I want you to wreck this kid.
Look, Chance, I'm here to wreck shop. I don't care what you're here to do.
I opened a door that you couldn't. You are riding the coattails of my sick leather jacket right here. You are
riding coattails. That's a phrase I'm never going to get tired of hearing.
For the fans that you care about so much,
I am in the headspace to take you down in that ring and punch my ticket to collision.
Look, Chance, you might have got here first, but you crawled so I can fly. Now get out of my way and watch me spread my wings.
He's a peacock, damn it!
Yes.
He's got a flaunt.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Oh, God.
Well, there you have it. Some
Again,
strong words on
Nerdtronic.
both sides there.
That's the best
as
promo
to be
ever.
expected. I mean, you have two people who are
Bar none.
incredibly
That was
confident
really
in
good.
their abilities.
Beautiful music too.
Yeah, I think at that point it is
Really set the
confidence,
tone.
It's not just cockiness, because they have proven that they have the knowledge there.
I may or
but
may not just be happy
I don't
because, you know,
it
who was
could
in that
really
first
be
shot?
anybody's game here.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a little bit of cockiness as well, but as you say, not undeserved.
And Chance is
let's
playing
talk a little
on
bit more about Chance
Monday
Ellison and
or
Paul
Thursday,
Oyama.
depending
So
on when
have
you
got
see it. Also,
Paul Oyama, his strengths include classics, 90s movies, and directors. And then on the other side, you've got Chance Ellison. His strengths include comic book movies, Pixar, and never taking his sunglasses off.
Yeah, the last
What a
one.
good strength to have.
I
What is
mean,
behind those glasses?
The world may not
eyeballs.
know what's behind the glasses
People,
or underneath
watch
the
our
leather
episode
jacket,
of Who
because
Cares
both of
Anyway where
those
he was
are
on.
a
He doesn't wear the
constant
shades
here amongst
until like
pretty
the last
much
10
all
minutes.
members of corruption. If
He
I'm
has a
being
nice set
totally
of
honest.
eyes.
Yeah, and it's a
He
little
does.
overdone.
They are
at this
very
point,
lovely
let's be
eyes.
honest.
Yeah, I think we should ban sunglasses from the Schmoedown.
No!
That's
Where
not
is
No!
It's very far. In fact, normally when we leave the studio after taping,
Maybe
I am
not in the
surprised if there
Schmoedown,
is
but
sunlight, 'cause I
ban
never
them from
know
the
what time
fan
of day it
leagues
is,
because
there
we
are
need
no
to see
windows
where
in the
people's
windows.
eyes are going.
Yeah, true.
Well, speaking of the facts, I think we've laid them all
Nico,
out on
don't
the table.
underdo my
So,
don't make
what do
me
you
give
say,
up my
Roxy? Should
characters.
we,
Thank you
get
very
this thing
much.
started here?
You can
Yeah, I
still
think
wear the
so.
hat.
All right, then it is time for
Fuck
the
you.
movie trivia Schmoedown.
Schmoedown.
I gotta say, Emma, well done.
Introducing first,
It's just a little weird.
representing
Oh, dear.
corruption. Led to the ring by his managers, Grace Hancock and Ken Knapsack.
Guys, are.
Of 2 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout.
And you know that I will I have to do it every time now. I have
Chance Ellison.
So fucking lame.
to. I'm very good.
Lame.
And not surprisingly, there are the sunglasses.
Here he is.
Wow,
Thank you,
there
Grace.
you are.
That's very kind of you. Mike Kalinowski.
Chris, you want to do it one more time?
Why not?
She's got a way of
Once
getting
more
other people's
with
stuff.
feeling,
Scammed
baby.
her way through.
Chance!
What does she have a problem with now? The water
I
bottle?
don't
She has
know.
a problem with the water on
I mean, the
table?
water bottle is very, it's
There's a
very
throwback
turquoise.
for you.
All right. And his opponent, representing the dungeon,
And I hate to say
led to
it,
the
Paul
ring
has a better
by
song.
his manager,
He does, yeah. He does.
with a record of 2 wins, no defeats. He is primetime Paul Oyama. Kaiser slowly but surely adding numbers to his faction here.
Yeah.
Oyama also made the choice to
Rachel
wear the sunglasses,
Silvestrini
so I guess
reportedly could
sunglasses
be
kinda day.
added to those ranks soon.
sunglasses kind of day.
By the way, with that Chance knockout,
I
a little
know.
burn there for you?
You know,
Little
it
burn.
stings a little, Roxy. It stings a little.
Not gonna lie, I would think
Yeah.
it would sting, Emma.
Yeah, it does. It does. But
Oh,
that's
Roxy
that's
throwing
not
some
it
shade
today.
at Emma.
Yeah,
I
mean,
guess
you've-
you had to
it's
get
an
her back for that
interesting,
little stinger
matchup we
earlier.
got here because it's the first time that Oyama has appeared with Kaiser, who recently acquired him along with Eric.
Roxy's
Zipper,
a
so
shit
there's kind
stirrer.
of a lot riding on the line here because whoever wins this match is going to
She
go
is.
into a #1 contender match against the winner of Liz Shannon Miller and JTE. So there's definitely a lot on the line here today. And then if Paul Oyama should emerge victorious, then I guess that's going to put Eric Zipper into that manager
Sad
role
to
that
say,
once
if
again,
you had to
Roxy,
put a gun in my head and
get to
predict that
compete in
match
or
right
get a
now,
chance
I
at running the league for
unfortunately
a
have to say
month.
What are you trying to do
JT.
here?
I'm just trying to say that I would think you would want to.
A lot can happen.
Yeah, I definitely would.
In a
but,
short
you
amount of
know,
time.
We're a little busy doing something else right now, Emma.
Got it.
Liz
We're
just
busy.
didn't
It's
have her
You know,
best match, and I
wish you
think
nothing but the best.
she should just study up a
All
little.
right, competitors.
Yeah.
So, let's go over the rules of the game here. So, first up in round 1, the competitors will be asked a series of 8 questions, each coming from different realms of the movie trivia world. There is no stealing in round 1, and you are not penalized for a wrong answer. You are also allowed 3 JTE rules after famed Ecuadorian scooter rider. JTE.
Yes.
It was a bird. Yes, it was a bird, a literal bird.
It never gets old.
Nope. Which will allow you to have a question repeated should you need it.
Again, Liz, buy a scooter. Just enter your match to it with a scooter.
Our panel of experts will discuss whether or not your challenge is going to be overturned. So with all of that said, Paul Oyama, are you ready?
You know, let's take this back to the fan leagues.
What's happening?
What's he doing?
I brought my own weapon here.
Oh! Bringing his own dry erase marker.
A purple pen?
Yeah, that is a power play right there. Chance Ellison, are you
ready?
I
got purple.
You want to go back to the family? That's fine. I got this covered. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Do you need more losses there? Or?
Ooh.
All right, then let's get
Good
ready
response.
to Schmoedown.
Whoa! It is hot in here already, and we have not even started.
Cut the tension with a knife. Roxy Strider,
don't worry. When I inevitably make my debut,
yes,
I'll bring my own
absolutely.
board.
First question in the category of action/adventure. Action-adventure. Here we go.
Great kick. Don't get cocky.
What singer plays Auntie Entity in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
Yeah, I think I've seen this movie.
Just the exact same film as the second Mad Max film.
Not me.
Shit.
Now that you think about it, yeah.
Adding to the list, Mad Max. Mad Max.
The original Mad Max movies.
3, 2.
What's love got to do with it, gentlemen? Tina Turner.
Tina Turner?
I was thinking her!
1 point, and Chance Ellison?
Tina Turner.
Also correct.
Perfect
I was
game so
thinking
far.
her. Why didn't I
so
write
far. All right. Next question in the category of dramas. In what 2012 baseball film does Clint Eastwood play a baseball scout alongside Amy Adams and Justin Timberlake?
I don't do baseball films.
Never played
Shit. I feel like I should know this.
You know, actually, there was one season where we played baseball, and it was great because we were allowed to steal bases. Which
I recall seeing a trailer for this movie, but what is the title?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Shoot.
1. Chance?
Trouble with the Curve.
That is correct for 1 point. And Paul?
Trouble with the Curve.
Boom.
All right, perfect game.
Question number 3 in the category of 90s movies.
Okay.
So before you were born.
Yeah, definitely.
What actor plays Furious Styles, father of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character?
I was going to say, Chance should know this. They just talked about this on Notorious by Chance.
Boys
Again. No.
Boys in the Hood. I sounded really cool saying that. Boys in the Hood.
Nico, this is not a good start for us.
3,
No.
2,
No.
1.
Lawrence
Paul?
Fishburne.
I didn't have it.
Oh! And Chance Ellison.
Lawrence Fishburne.
That is correct for 1 point. So Ellison.
We have a lead.
Perfect game, near miss there by Paul Oyama, but there are still several questions left in this round, 4 to be precise, or maybe a bonus if somebody gets a perfect round.
No, 5 questions.
Question number
5
4
questions,
in the
I'm
category
thinking.
of animated: Tony Goldwyn, Minnie Driver, Glenn Close, Lance Henriksen, and Rosie O'Donnell
Never
all
fucking
lend
getting
their
this wrong
voices
again.
to what 90s animated
Costume I
film?
match with Jen.
Oh.
A 90s
I was going to say,
question.
One name in particular is making me go one way. I'm just hoping it's the right way.
Stretchy chokers.
You're right.
And
You're writing
snap
too much, Nico.
bracelets.
So nothing different.
Wait a minute.
No, I
Wait a
really
minute.
have changed
Wait a
the
minute.
same
Wait.
idea.
Repeat
Shoot.
the question for
The
Nico.
answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chance?
Is it Tarzan?
Tarzan.
Tarzan is correct for 1 point.
Tarzan.
Also correct.
I almost put 101
So
Dalmatians because of Glenn Close
Question
being in
number
the
5
live
the
action
category of
version, but
fantasy/sci-fi.
yeah, then I
Fantasy
remembered
sci-fi.
the mother
What is
gorilla.
the name of the android in Aliens?
Oh,
pronunciate-
Aliens.
Well, it's very important.
Yeah,
It's not to
it's
be confused with
Aliens.
Alien.
So it's
Shit.
not Ash.
Director,
Got a really
same universe.
Shit.
Played by Ian Holmes
Sound.
in the first
And
Alien.
answers in 5,
Quite wonderfully, I'd
4,
say.
3, 2, 1.
But Lance Henriksen is also
Bishop.
great. Bishop.
That is correct. And Chance?
Back-to-back Henriksen, Bishop.
That is also correct. So,
Touche.
man, Chance has not missed
I
yet.
love
perfect
my
game so
Aliens.
far for Chance.
It absolutely is. All right. Next question in the category of comedies. Natalie Portman starred opposite Ashton Kutcher in what 2011 romantic comedy? Yeah, they both starred even before I got as
Movies
far
are
as romantic
completely
comedy.
out of my
Natalie Portman,
wheelhouse.
Ashton Kutcher, and it was
I feel like I've seen this before, or at least the trailer for it. What is the title?
4, 3,
Don't confuse it with the other
2,
one.
1, starting with
No strings attached.
No strings attached.
correct. And Paul?
No strings attached.
Also had it.
Don't be confused with friends with benefits.
Still a perfect round
Still
for Chance.
a
Pretty
perfect
intense.
round 1 for Mr. Chance Ellison. All right.
Question
next.
7.
As Mark Ellis would like to say, your penultimate question here in round number 1.
Very smooth.
Second to last.
Going with horror thriller. Which actress stars as a young mother who may be carrying the devil's child in Rosemary's Baby?
Can we not ask questions that I don't know? This is frustrating. God is.
Case, I'm feeling your pain right now.
You may be
Yeah, because we're tied at 1.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Paul?
Mia Farrow.
That is correct for 1 point. And
Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow is also correct. Chance Ellison
Written by
yet
Roman
to
Polanski,
miss, but
1968.
Paul Oyama right on his heels there. So it really could behoove Chance to get this last question, which would thus lead to a bonus question.
That could be
Put him
really
a couple
big.
points ahead of Paul. Instead of
But
just
I'm picking up a little feedback.
all right.
I am as well.
Number 8. This is a
That's
Patreon
me.
question. This question comes
I
to
can't
you
do it
from
because I have to
Jeremy
watch from my
Hastings.
computer.
Jeremy
Hey,
Hastings,
JTH.
aka JTH.
Hey.
Jeremy,
Thank
so
you, Jeremy.
much for supporting the show. In the category of new releases, what actress voices Queen Whatever a Wannabe in the Lego Movie 2, the second
Shit,
part?
you'd think I would have gotten to this movie, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I hope I
it's
spelled
clever,
this
Roxy,
right.
don't you get it? It's whatever I wanna be.
I probably
that is a good
think I
time.
butchered this name.
Ah!
3,
I'm gonna
2,
kick
Do I-
myself.
1. Chance?
Oh
Tiffany
no,
Haddish.
damn it.
Tiffany Haddish.
Oyama.
That is correct.
Oh,
It is
damn it.
Tiffany Haddish, and we can, keep the language clean for the kids.
Tiffany Haddish.
And
Also correct.
Also suck on what?
I have
one
seen
point.
this goddamn movie and
On
whatever.
On
This
a
is just not my
whatever I
now.
wanna
This
On a
is
straw
not
juice
my
box? I don't
round. No.
All right, so
All right, Chance.
because Chance Ellison, you did have a perfect
He's got a
round one,
perfect
you will be
round.
receiving a bonus question. This question is asked to you and you alone.
The
so
Schmoedown
there is no
experience
need to
coming
write
into
it
play
down.
here. Chance
Roxy?
doesn't have
Here
as
we
many
go.
nerves
Here's the bonus
as
question.
Paul does.
Which Oscar-winning actor plays a young man named Marius, a student revolutionary,
movie.
in
Eddie Redmayne.
2012's Les Miserables?
He had it.
That is
Wow.
correct.
9-7.
Not even a beat.
No.
9
Most impressive,
points.
guys.
Well, you know, it's
this
hard
I
to
didn't.
get that
I
really
only got
close-up
one.
jaw
So
attention on Eddie Redmayne.
what the
Could've-
hell?
All of Les Mis actually could have used some shots that were a little further away than up actors' noses, but what do I know?
I like seeing what's going on up there. Into the brain.
All right, moving on.
No, thanks,
to
Roxy. I don't
round
wanna see the
number 2.
boogers.
Round number 2 is the infamous wheel round. Each competitor will spin the wheel, and it will land on one of 12 categories, including opponent's choice or spinner's choice. If you do not like the category that you spin, you are awarded 1 mulligan, or a do-over in golf terms. Unless you spin opponent's choice, in which case you are stuck with it, or if you spin spinner's choice, one would assume that you would want to be stuck with it. There is stealing in round number 2 if
Unless you're Ben Bateman.
if your opponent does not answer the question correctly and you do know the answer, you are able to steal the points.
Yeah.
Points initially are valued
Yeah.
at 2 apiece, or you are able to go to multiple choice, at which point the value of the question is reduced to 1 point. Chance Ellison, you are in the lead, so would you like to go first or defer to your opponent?
No.
All
Interesting.
right. Chance Ellison walking up to the wheel. Big spin here. Let's
Pulled
see.
his jacket like a boss. Ugh.
And that's an area, I don't know if I would.
And this week we do have a Patreon
It's always
sponsored
kind of a
slice
difficult
on our
decision
wheel. We will
going
find out
first or
who that
second.
patron is. Should that slice, I can talk. Should that slice be fun and the competitor choose to keep it? Whoa.
70s.
All right,
Doesn't be boring.
70s
Spin again.
movies, 70s. Yeah,
He's gonna
okay, that sounds
spin
like
again.
a great
Gonna
choice.
spin again. Was not even in the womb.
Wasn't even what you know what his mom was not
the
even
womb.
maybe
Yeah.
carrying him at that point.
Nope,
So
way before.
all right,
His
let's
mom
see
was
where
probably
we
still in
land.
kindergarten at that point.
Got to take it.
I heard Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts.
Thriller is the category here.
This'll be
All right.
interesting.
Chance
Yeah.
Roxy will be administering
I don't know how he does the
questions
thriller.
in the realm of thrillers.
Okay. In thrillers. Question number 1. Kurt Russell stars as a motorist
Don't know Kurt
whose
Russell.
wife is kidnapped in which 90s thriller?
He doesn't know it either.
I don't know.
Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Breakdown, B, Nick of Time, C, The Vanishing, D, California?
Screw it. A. What the hell? Overrated.
The Vanishing?
Wait, what did he say?
That is
Vanishing.
incorrect for the steal.
Nick of Time?
That is also incorrect. We were looking
You're
for
right.
Breakdown.
Good job.
Breakdown.
Well done.
Oh, title.
So there was a
Good
little bit
Jack
of a
Johnson.
breakdown there with them knowing the answers.
Hey,
to
good
that
guess.
question.
True.
One can always make
Ellison is not
himself out of
too
a position.
thrilled with the category
This is
of
true.
thrillers.
Going to this next question. Which actor plays the character of
Frank
Leo
Grillo.
Barnes in both
Frank
The
Grillo,
Purge,
yeah.
Anarchy, and The Purge election year?
Frank Grillo.
That is
Nice.
correct.
For 2 points.
2
Okay,
points.
movie.
Just a lot of
Anarchy's fun.
purging happening out there.
Great. Next question, third question in this round. In the 2010 film Buried, how much is the initial ransom terrorists demand before they'll free Paul?
It's in the millions.
A little bit of my accent. Buried.
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 Buried. Not buried. Not buried. Buried.
Well, it's just not to be confused with like delicious things like.
Oh, this answer is buried somewhere inside his head, I assume.
In 5.
You went multiple choice.
I know. Bad joke. Drink
Here
for
we
that.
go. Is it A, $1 million?
$1 million.
B, $2 million. C, $5 million. D, $7 million.
Is Hugh Jackman in this movie?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of an entirely different movie then.
Ryan Reynolds.
Gonna need an answer in 5.
Repeat the options.
4.
Is it A, $1 million?
By the way, I remember
B, $2
that a
million,
repeat of the options,
C,
at least at the
$5
beginning of the year,
million,
would also cost
D,
you a repeat.
$7 million.
5.
That is correct for 1 point.
He pulled it out.
He got there.
Way to stay in there. All right. Yeah.
For this next question, your last question in this round, who plays David Dunn's
I haven't seen
wife,
this.
Audrey, in the 2000 superhero thriller
Robin
Unbreakable?
Wright.
Robin Wright.
That is correct
Ooh.
for 2
correct.
points.
Nice.
Okay, so 7 points.
The happiest with the category.
Paul
that
does
he's fun.
need a
It
pretty
certainly
good
isn't one of
round
his
here.
strengths, but I mean, he hung in there.
He definitely hung in, and he's
I mean, the most
definitely
Paul
gonna be
can
on the
do
show
is get a
right now.
1 point lead.
Oyama has got to get a category
Yeah.
that he is pretty strong in to make up this point deficit right now. So here's the spin.
All you can hear is Kaiser shouting over it.
Well, there's a certain breed of manager that likes to
Well,
talk
Miranda,
a lot.
turn,
Kaiser
also
seems to
no
fall
shut
into that
up.
category.
Talk.
there. All right, let's see. What is it going to be? Looks like
New releases? Does he like?
new releases.
Yeah, he likes
new
it.
releases.
Oh.
And he's
All
sticking
right,
with
he's
it,
sticking
Emma.
with
Interesting.
new releases.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
I personally wouldn't,
Here
but
we go.
No, me neither.
New
I haven't
releases.
seen enough.
Question number 1. Question number 1 of 4. This movie takes place in San Jose,
Oh,
California,
Searching.
and is completely told through computer
Searching, yeah.
and cell phone screens.
That is a great
Searching.
movie.
That is correct
That
for
is.
2 points.
2 points. Add him to the board, baby.
it's like if Hitchcock made a cell phone movie.
In Mary Poppins Returns.
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
plays
No.
Michael Banks.
Ben Whishaw.
Michael Banks.
Oh,
Ben
okay.
Whishaw.
That is correct for 2 points.
I haven't
Going
seen the
strong
movie
in
yet.
this round so far.
Here we go. Who directed 2018's Mary Queen of Scots?
Josie Rourke.
Wow.
That is correct
Wow.
for 2 points.
He's just steamrolling through this
would've got it.
category.
Choice, but-
Finally, in Overlord, the science lab is located beneath what kind of building?
church.
Wow,
That is
perfect
correct for
round.
2 points.
Oh boy.
Round.
Paul Oyama making a big comeback there.
And now he's taking the lead.
Paul
Wow,
just came back swinging.
Anybody's game still, though,
Scrapping
guys.
to stay ahead there, so that is going to bring us into round number 3. This is the way that round number 3 works. Each competitor will choose 3 numbers between 1 and 20, each of those numbers corresponding to a category in the realm of the movie trivia Schmoedown. The first question will be worth 2 points, the second question worth 3 points, and the final question worth 5 points. So it's really coming down to this, Roxy.
It's all, I hope they're ready, because it's all here.
It's all riding on the line here. Again, there is no stealing in round 3. You're not penalized for missing a question. Both competitors still have their challenges and all 3 JTE rules. This has been a really nice game, actually, all things considered. So,
you seem so surprised.
You know what? Listen, there wasn't a lot of trash talk. These guys they are still
knowing my luck,
this
is going to go to sudden
Oyama,
death.
what numbers would you like?
We'll go with 7, 18, and 2.
7, 18.
That means that Paul will have to miss his 2-pointer.
All of those numbers are.
Do you really think that'll happen?
Fair though, 18. You kind of have to.
To be fair, some of the 2-pointers recently have been like 5-pointers.
How about you?
6, 17, 8.
6, 17, and 8. All right. 6, 17. Somebody sounds like maybe a Jay Washington, not happy
shoot.
with those choices of numbers. Apparently does not like the number 8. All right. So
yay for the technical difficulties today, right?
Woohoo! Chance, your first question is up first, your 2-pointer, and Roxy will be asking your 2-point question.
Yeah.
Category number 6.
Category number 6. The category corresponds with Judd Apatow. The question is, Adam Sandler stars as a comedian who is dying of cancer in what film?
Funny people?
Funny people.
Yes.
He does this weight thing.
Not very long. Funny people.
That is correct.
All right,
2
15,
points.
16.
Trash talk is starting now.
Here it is. Here it is. Paul Oyama getting tired of the pretending like you don't know the answer to the question bit.
Yeah, James was just pulling up Ben Bateman there.
All right. So, Paul, I will be asking you your
Not very
2-point question.
No.
You chose category number 7,
even
which
Ben does it better than that.
corresponds to crime films.
Okay.
Okay, a lot more enthusiasm for
criminal
crime
manager over there.
than the number 8. Right. So, crime. Jake Gyllenhaal stars as a man obsessed
Zodiac.
with catching a killer terrorizing San Francisco in what 2007 David
Good
Fincher
goddamn movie.
film.
50 yards. Do I've walked it? It's Zodiac.
That is correct for 2 points. So we bounce back to you. Chance, you chose
Okay, if this final score is 25-24, this is almost a lock for
corresponds
match
with
of the year.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, he's got McConaughey.
Oh, no.
For 3 points,
dear.
Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson co-starred in what 2 romantic comedies?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Fool's Gold.
2 romantic
Yeah, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Read the question.
The other one.
Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson co-starred
Fool's Gold.
in what 2 romantic comedies?
I Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Fool's Gold.
Nice.
Correct.
That is
Oh, 1917. Look at
He
the
did.
score.
He got there. It took a little encouraging.
Little
but,
cockiness.
challenge competitors, we would encourage you to listen to the whole question in the
Yes,
Before
Jen.
shouting out other
Listen to it.
friends.
Yes.
Barely.
All right.
Not sure how that works.
Paul now bounces back to you. We have got, you chose number 18, which corresponds to the category of 70s.
Okay.
70s films.
All right, Mr. 70s is your
In One
strength.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy tries to get his fellow patients to vote for the chance to watch what special sporting event on television?
Oh, dear.
Sporting event.
Golf?
There's only a limited number. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3,
It's the World
2.
Series.
Good question.
All right. In One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy tries to get his fellow patients to vote for the chance to watch what special sporting event on television?
The Super Bowl?
That is incorrect. We're looking for the World Series.
That's possibly the game.
All right, so.
Also, well done, Chris.
So here is where we stand. Paul Oyama now has to answer his 5-point question for a chance to stay in the game. Should he miss, then Chance Ellison will walk away victorious. However, should he answer
By the way, no
correctly,
tiebreaker.
it will then bounce
Nope.
back to Chance, who will have the chance to answer his 5-point question and win the game. All right, so Paul, you chose category number 2. Corresponds to romance. Romance.
Okay.
Who wrote and directed the 1954 romantic classic Sabrina?
Billy Wilder.
That is correct for 5 points.
He's done everything he can.
Paul Oyama stays in the game, so here we are again. Roxy, it all comes down to this. Chance Ellison is now going to answer his 5-point question. Should he answer it, then he will win, and he will go on to take on either JTE or Liz Shannon Miller in a #1 contender match at the Collision. However, should he miss, then Paul Oyama will get that #1 contender match.
As big as it gets. Here we go.
Here we go.
You chose number 8, which corresponds with the category of spy.
Spy movies. Okay.
Spy movies.
Oh, fuck me.
Your 5-point question. What 1984 film stars Henry Thomas as a young boy on the run with his imaginary friend after he intercepts spy secrets hidden inside a video game?
Nope, I'm not even going to pretend I know this one.
Question is Chance stalling,
is
or
he doing
he
a
actually
thing?
not know the answer?
Does he know it?
You never
Paul
really
Oyama
know.
seems like he is looking at his
Paul
watch
is
again.
thinking
You're not
like,
gonna
God
find
damn
the
it, I
answer
know
there.
it.
5, 4.
He's thinking he's won the game.
What 1984 film stars Henry Thomas as a young boy on the run with his imaginary friend after he intercepts spy secrets hidden inside a video game?
Really cherishing this one.
Right. Still
panicked.
unclear.
I don't
Still
know.
unclear. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out in 5, 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is your.
Okay.
Nope. I guess he still technically can get one more.
What 1984 film stars Henry Thomas
No.
as a young boy on the run with his imaginary friend after he intercepts spy secrets hidden inside a video game?
I think he just likes to hear you say video game, Roxy, because the way you say it differently every time. 5.
Oh, I'm learning to
4,
enunciate the each.
3.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow. I really thought he was doing the thing. Cloak and dagger. Cloak and dagger, baby.
And Kaiser. Kaiser still is a manager with undefeated clients.
I think that's some of the wearing the sunglasses. You can't see the fear in their eyes, but I bet if we could have seen behind those sunglasses, there was some fear in Chance Ellison's eyes there.
It might have burned us alive if we saw behind there.
It's true. Maybe it was actually keeping us safe.
Yeah, you don't know with his face. Does he know and he's just doing that thing? Or does he really not know? And this time, I thought he had it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I was surprised as well. But, man, what a match. I mean, they were just neck and neck the whole time. I mean, great score overall, 22-19. You know, these are clearly two very strong competitors, huge up-and-comers here in the Schmoedown. And what a win, though, for Paul Oyama. I mean, this was a grudge match, to be sure, but maybe just a little more grudge on his side because he was kind of playing second fiddle to Chance. And, well, he's not playing second fiddle anymore.
No.
And I am
That's
sure
true.
that the competitors have a lot to say about what happened here today. We're going to throw it over to Jen Sturger, who has an interview with both the winner and the loser.
Loser first.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm here with Chance Ellison and Corruption. Chance, we were all wondering if you knew that, and I guess the answer was no.
No, well, you can see, because I lost the match. I did not know the answer. I knew Cloak and Dagger was a film. Could not tell you anything about Cloak and Dagger until this very moment.
Do you think that you maybe have some blind spots, you know, like because you are one of the younger players in the league? Do you feel like that's a disadvantage for you?
I mean, it can be, if you let it be. Like, I take whatever disadvantage
Paul's the same age.
I have turned to my biggest
That's
advantage.
true.
My youth, my young.
Paul might be even younger, I'm not sure.
Shows up here. I can retain more than. You think Ro can retain more than me with his 175-year-old brain?
So funny.
Probably not. Obviously this is a tough loss for Corruption. You guys really wanted that #1 contender match. Ken, you have any thoughts on this?
Jennifer, we're not going to lie. I looked across at Mike. We made eye contact. It was a sweet moment, except for we know that this is tough for Corruption. Grace and I want more. We want more out of Chance, but we're not going to hold Chance to that fire. Loss is a loss. It's not the end of the world. Paul Oyama, I'm not happy for him, but Kaiser, I'm happy for him. He takes a lot to get here. He has to request work off, umpiring Class A ball games. I'm happy for him. He's been a real nice presence here in the league. A little loud, but Chance, don't let your head fall too far to the ground. Look up. The future's still bright for you. You'll still need those sunglasses.
Mike, obviously you've got a lot going on right now with Inner Geekdom stuff and singles matches. What's going through your head?
A loss is a loss, and it hurts sometimes when you do it, but you learn what you can from it. You come back stronger than ever before. That's what happens. Great competitors, they take the loss in stride, and they learn their mistakes. You learn your weaknesses, you practice, and you come back stronger than ever before. I've proved that, and he's going to prove it.
Well said. And if you can learn from anyone in this league as far as how to bounce back, it's this guy right here. So
yeah, especially I take issue with Mike as a character in this league.
Any words?
Yeah, he's the perfect person to talk to about coming back.
I just want to let Kaiser know if he's worried about me registering with the police. A, that's not a thing,
Both
and
him
B,
and
feel free to give me a
JTE.
ride, honey.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that was about.
Remember
but I don't
2016?
want to know. Back to you. All right, I am back with Paul Oyama, Kaiser, Zipper. Nice to see you. I gotta ask you, did you think he knew that and he was just kind of drawing it out?
I definitely thought he was milking it. I mean, I feel like most people should know Cloak and Dagger, at least its existence. But yeah, I definitely thought he knew it, so I thought he was.
The Marvel show's really great.
I was just waiting for him to answer, and the moment never came. Sorry, Chance.
Do you feel like he looked past you maybe to the #1 contender match?
I just think he wasn't as good as me. Well, I don't know if he looked past me. Just, he wasn't ready.
I was saying the same thing to Chance that you are some of the younger players in the league. So do you feel like sometimes your youth is kind of leads you to having more blind spots than most players?
Not really. You just got to get to movie watching. Everyone's got blind spots, but I can retain knowledge a lot more efficiently than a lot of people. So I don't think age necessarily plays a factor. I mean, I'm trying to be the first, not the first, the youngest champion in this league's history, and I'm going to have that by at least 10, 15 years. So hopefully my age is on my side, and I think it will be.
Kaiser, I mean, you've been having a great run lately. I mean, aren't you undefeated?
I'm undefeated. I got 3 of the 4 matches at Collision are being represented by people from the dungeon, so that's a good thing. And, well, hell, I'm going to be a little busy getting Paul ready, so why don't we have Mr. Zipper represent me in the manager? Sound good?
Wait, what? You probably have to run that by some people.
By who?
I don't know. People.
Yeah, I don't talk to any of those people. I'll send a smoke signal, whatever I got to do. They'll
Okay,
get the
I
message.
think
They're listening to me right
this
now.
definitely shows what we talked about in our, like when we talked about the Manager Bowl. They're not putting their best competitors
When I
in.
go out to my car tonight, I'm a little nervous to turn the key. That woman's dangerous.
She's like 5'1".
Yeah, she's scary.
Wait.
All right. Well,
Grace.
Oh my
good luck
God.
at Collision.
I don't need luck. In the dungeon, we breed
All you have to
champions.
say about redheads,
we know how
man,
to
they're
win,
completely
we
crazy.
know how to smash, and it's
Yes,
on.
that's true.
All right. Well, back to you ladies at the desk.
I mean, hello.
Well, not
Yeah.
surprisingly, Paul Oyama just as confident, shall we say, as ever. I mean, he's out there. He's ready to take on either JTE or Liz Shannon Miller, whoever
For the record,
comes
you
his way
fucks, I
during
have brown
Collision.
hair.
He says he is on the quest to becoming the youngest champion ever, and thus far, Kaiser, his manager of the dungeon, is undefeated.
Yeah.
This entire season, Roxy. He's definitely looking to give you a run for your money there for Manager of the Year.
Not even close.
Not even close. Try having a
Please
champ
do.
first. I'm
Please
not
do.
saying that we won't get there, and that we.
What
can't
happens
give
if he
away
has
because
2
he very well
champs?
might be the youngest ever.
That's
Yeah,
But right now,
that's the
no,
thing.
come on. Let's
The
be
year's not over yet.
Alright,
We
well,
still
you
have
know,
half a year to
bring it
go,
back
and I
to
think a
this
lot can
match, which
happen.
is what we're actually talking about
So
here.
if things
Chance
go
Ellison, of course,
Kaiser's
a
way,
little shook up there. I'm surprised he didn't guess on the last.
anything. Just
Yeah.
said don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, that was very clear.
Yeah, he kind of threw in the towel there. I think that he's definitely a little bit shooken up. That's a big loss for him to his rival. I mean, he was really on a winning streak, and I think that he got really confident going into this match. Again, he had a perfect round 1, which is not something to scoff at.
Perfect and the bonus, yeah.
Yeah, he had that lead, he had that edge going in, and he wasn't able to keep it. It all came down to that 5-pointer, as it does sometimes, and if you just don't know, then you don't know.
You don't know, but you know, what I do know is that this was a wonderful match that we had here today. Again, it certainly lived up to the hype of these two rivals going neck and neck. I am certain that we will see Chance back in the ring sooner rather than later, and I'm interested to see if Paul is able to complete his quest for the honor of being the youngest Schmoedown champion of all time.
I'm interested to see that too, and I will also say another accomplishment today: 2 women on the desk, baby. First
I was thinking.
time that's ever happened. So let's get a yap. And what an unbelievable match for us to be calling. This is one of the best matches I've seen in a really long time.
One of the best of the year.
It's, this is the kind of tight
What is
competition
it about Chance and playing in great matches this year?
rivalry that really just brings the fire.
He's a good player.
So that we can bring
Of course he's going to put on these types of matches.
Thank you so much to everybody for
Magic
watching.
season,
Don't
season
forget
6.
that on June 22nd, coming to you live from our studio right here in Burbank, California, we will have the Collision. We have got 4 big matches going on that day. Be sure to head over to theschmoedownlive.com to purchase your tickets.
I only know 2. No.
Over at
Three.
patreon.com/Schmoedown.
Manager Bowl. Singles #1 contender match. Geek #1 contender match. Team title rematch.
Never mind, I
San
didn't say
Diego Comic-Con, Rachel Cushing is putting her Inner Geekdom title on the line against either Kevin Smets or Mike Kalinowski, the winner of which will be determined once again at Collision. So you can also head to theschmoedownlive.com to buy tickets for that, to come see us live and in person. It's the best way to experience the Schmoedown.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can come, Roxy. Yeah. So for Roxy Stryer, myself, Mark Ellis, and Christian Harloff, I am Emma Fife. Thank you once again to all of you for watching the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. We'll see you next time.
A little bit left.
90 seconds to go. Ooh, Dagnino. And Roca.
Dan said you got something to say to me?
That's correct. I do.
Well.
Now, as you know, there's a manager bowl coming up at the Collision.
Yeah.
The managers are picking somebody from their faction to play for them. It's for control of the league for a month.
I'm aware of that.
Okay. Now, Bateman? No. Riley? No. Merle? He's got other fish to fry. I want you.
You want me to what? You want me to represent you?
No. To represent the Horsemen. We take this. We're controlling the league. I'm gonna have Emma, this little Sam Levine, right in the palm of my hand. Palm of our hand, I should say. You're a big time player. You've been in situations like this. Then those guys, they're not there yet. That's why you're the guy. I firmly believe that.
I love the way they're looking at each other like, you're crazy, I'm crazy, we can work with this.
By the way, I like what you've done with the place.
Of course you were. Oh, dear.
Yes!
So, these names are now confirmed for the Manager Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, who will join?
I'm still convinced McWeenie for the family. I'm still convinced it would be Irwin for the for Jay Washington.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be Janine just because of availability. But also she's really upped her game, so I feel like she deserves that spot as well.
Fair enough.
Potentially.
But then who is that last spot?
Corruption.
Exactly.
It would probably have to go to either Stacy or Tim, or it could end up going to Chance as a rebound match. Because now he has nothing to do at Collision, so it makes sense for him to take that spot.
That's true.
I hear ya. but they might want to pull him back just in case, like, he himself is a little unconfident because, lest we also forget, he also has the Inner Geekdom match coming up on Monday.
Next week.
/ Thursday. And
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, depending on what Patreon you are or if you are Patreon.
True. So I don't know, maybe just for the sake of not risking overexposure, maybe they don't put him in.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
We will.
I guess we will. But by the way, before we go into the match, guys, I'm terribly sorry, but my computer is just being the biggest ass today that Skype is just not working. I already cut out several times up until the point that I had to switch to my phone. And yeah, at that point, my computer Skype just completely died. So that's why I'm on my phone right now. I'm sorry for the lacking quality, but at least I'm able to shoot this reaction because otherwise I wouldn't be able to without my phone. So yeah, with that out of the way, what a great match.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Like all the leagues that we grew up playing in, and we still compete in to this day. These two gentlemen, Chance and Paul, they showed that we're a breeding ground for future champions, and they're obviously two of the best of us. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the big stage. The key thing here is, if you look back to the beginning of this video when I showed you all that list of notable accomplishments that they had. Chance Ellison, in terms of his fan league accomplishments, he had a laundry list of them, but only one of them was really in general movie trivia. 2 if you count the semifinals of the Anarchy tournament. Paul, for his list...
Look, don't forget that in the team tournament, the Worldwide Movie Trivia team tournament back in the day, there was something fishy going on why Chance lost his team quarterfinal team match. That we still think is not entirely 100% right because their opponent did something. So maybe Chance should have moved on. We don't know, but
well, and plus
he set the points record for teams in that league.
Exactly. Unless we also forget, he did win the singles tournament of that same event. But as soon as he won it, he got called up. So he was never given a chance to actually defend it.
But to finish my thought, again, you look at the giant list of accomplishments. Compared, Chance had like 1 or 2 things going for him in general movie trivia, and everything else was in a different medium. Whereas for Paul, all but one of his accomplishments took place in general movie trivia. So it was like a specialist taking on a very well-rounded player. And in this case, the specialist had the better luck in that third round, getting questions he knew of a higher point value that would get him the lead. And Chance, he didn't know Cloak and Dagger. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But yeah, now Paul is moving on to face Liz Shannon Miller. Winner is or JTE, excuse me.
JTE, and we don't know that
yet. Winner of that match. Well, winner. No, I just misspoke. But winner of that match between whoever comes up victorious of those 3 players will play Dan Merle in the future for the title, and that's going to be crazy. Imagine if it is Paul. Then we have one of our own representing us as the king of all Schmoedown.
And then I still will be very, very happy with bragging that I'm one of the only people who have defeated him. Yay!
The only other person? Matthew Rosa in Jukebox.
Yeah, and Alex Warden, because he was my teammate when we beat him in teams. That's all. But yeah, Paul is a powerhouse competitor. And yeah, what he did best in this match is not let a point... he was behind after the first round, and that he didn't let that get to him, because actually he was behind up until he got the lead in round 2, at the very end of round 2, because after round 1, Chance is in a pretty demanding lead, 9-7, goes to spins first, manages to get some points, is 7 ahead of Paul, and we already said, yeah, Paul needs a good round. And what he did is get a perfect round. Not just good, he got it perfect. So, yeah, that's where he started to turn the tide. And then it really just shows how important that 5-pointer is. 5 points, yeah, it's a lot. If you can get that one question, it can change a game sometimes. And in this case, I think it did. So it just shows Paul has the knowledge, knows how to play the game, and I think he has a very good shot at winning that contender match. Chris?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll put it this way, just because if Shannon Miller wins against JTE, then it's a little bit more unclear because we still don't know her full range of knowledge. JTE, we have a pretty solid grasp on him because he's been in so many matches. If he wins that match, I'm sorry, JTE, but Paul has this. Now, and I know he can go toe to toe with Merle, but I genuinely don't think he could beat Merle. Sorry, Paul. Yell at me in the comments. Come on.
Look, that's a different conversation entirely. But yeah, if you just look at Paul's knowledge, because Paul was, in fact, doing pretty well in fandom singles, but of course the best in fandom teams. It showed that he knows also his nerd stuff, which JTE doesn't, and that's a big difference in terms of.
There's the list of movies he hasn't seen is probably very, very tiny. Because Lord knows, just he's seen a lot. And that's how he's been able to retain so much information.
I remember that Paul chose as his strengths in the World War Movie Trivia Teams Tournament Akira Kurosawa and Hayao Miyazaki. Like, those are very obscure okay, not that obscure because a lot of people know about them, but no one really, I mean, in mainstream talk has seen those movies. Like, you really need to be into those directors, into that style to really watch that because, yeah, it's a different type of film. He loves those movies. He's seen them several times. Like you, Chris. Yes, we know. But like Nico and myself and a lot of other people in this space have no idea what movies those guys made. I just know about the names, and that's mostly because Paul chose them as strengths. So that just shows, like, if Paul has those type of specific strengths, but can also, in the meantime, answer general movie trivia, can answer geek trivia, fandom trivia, is like, what doesn't he know? Where do you stump this kid? Where does he fault? I don't know. It's very difficult to go up against a player like that. So that's why I think Paul can go very far in this league and deserve this number one contender match. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
Nope.
No? All right.
Well, I feel like Chance will probably bounce back on Monday.
Yeah, and Inoki's him for sure. I mean, that's where he became a champion. So he should. But guys, with that said, again, sorry for the technical difficulties on my end. That's just, my computer fucking up, and I hate it as well. But please, still leave a like and a comment. Yell at me why my Skype sucks. Yell at Chris for other things. I don't know. Yell at us in the comments if you want. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And with that said, Chris, where can people find you?
You can
where can people yell at you?
You can find me under the bus on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page, and because this is going to be up on like Saturday morning or something with how long it's going to take me to edit it. But please go back to check out our last night's episode of the Who Cares Anyway podcast, hosted by myself, where we sat down with a longtime fan of ours, Jonathan Peck, to talk about some of the best ensembles in TV. And I did make a little announcement during the show that in the coming weeks, I'm still working out the scheduling, but I'll be sitting down with the good folks over at Critically Acclaimed. So, yay.
Also, guys, make it trending on social media. I don't care. Just make it trending. I hope you guys can read this. Anyway, Nico, where can people find you?
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Nico Suave Regole, or just Nico Suave with 4 random meaningless numbers on Discord. Zaddy Smith and I host a show on Multiplex Entertainment called Crisis on Earthplex every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Combat Wrestling Trivia on Facebook, Combat Wrestling Network on YouTube. Twitter is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There is no letter G. Good Lord. Rolling Crits or at Rolling Crits, depending on the social media. Right here on D2A, dedicated to art. And finally, the Multimedia Trivia Pop Quiz Championship coming soon.
Yes, indeed. And you can find me trying to figure out my living situation and internet in the meantime right here. And you can follow me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy and Kees Cornelissen on Facebook and Letterboxd if you're interested in that, in what movies I watch. But recently it's been mostly TV shows like South Park and Avatar, so not logging that much. With that said, guys, until our next video, take care.
Yeah!